I'm so excited to be bringing you this review today. This is a shop that I've been watching and kind of interested in for a while. I've been really wanting to try these planners out. They look beautiful. I love the designs of them. I love the layouts that I've seen on Instagram, but honestly, I haven't even opened. So this is a first impression. I'm going to be going through the statistics that she has on her website, kind of telling you a little bit more about the paper quality, and then we're going to do a pen test and try it all out. So I think that we're going to start off with the planners. I have a daily and a weekly here, and then I have a couple of other items that we will show at the end. Let's start with this one. I don't even know which one they are. This is what the boxes look like, regardless of getting a daily or a weekly. And I honestly can't even remember. It says be intentional. I can't remember which cover I put on which one, but they come nicely bubble wrapped. And then they also have like a plastic cover on them, which I will get out right now. So this is the Little Blue Leaves cover, and I put this on. Which one is this? This is the weekly. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. I cannot wait to go into this. So this is the weekly planner with the little blue leaves. It does come with this ruler here, which says, "Intention is the seed that creates our future." So really cute. So this must be the daily. Yes, it is a little bit thicker. Give me a second, I'll get this all out. So this is the daily planner in the rainbow stripes cover. These covers are available, like you can get there's 3 covers. There's also one called Midnight Petals. So you can get any of the 3 covers in the weekly or in the daily. They do have this really pretty wire binding that is a shiny gold, but it's not super yellow, which I love. It's not like that coppery color. It reminds me a lot of the Simplified, just the feel of the book and the width of the book. It feels like a very, very similar just weight and carry. It has these corner protectors that are also in the gold. And then you do have a bookmark, which is really interesting. It's kind of put into the back of the planner and in this pretty blue. So that's interesting. I've never seen that on a wire-o. So this is the weekly. It is $40 full price, currently on sale for $30. And this is the cover, Little Blue Leaves. The cover, including the binding, this is 7.5 inches by 9 inches, and it's about an inch thick. So it's quite a portable, lightweight planner. This is 1.9 pounds as well, so it just feels like really light and easy to carry around. I think this would be a really beautiful, nice planner. It is hardcover and really sturdy, very, very similar to, like I said, the Simplified Planner. The paper in here is 120 GSM. That's 80-pound paper. GSM is actually a better way to tell you the quality of the paper than the poundage. I think I've talked about this before, but with poundage, they do a ream of paper. So I think that's 250 sheets or 500 sheets. I can't remember which one it is. So they take that ream and they weigh it, and that is the weight of the paper. That's what the weight is. And so the heavier the weight of the 250 sheets, basically the thicker the paper usually is. However, there is not a standard size for those sheets. There's a standard amount of sheets, but there's not a standard size. So if you have a much bigger sheet, that paper will weigh more, but it can be thinner. And so GSM tells you how thick it really is and how dense it is. So I always look for GSM over poundage. People always talk about like 80-pound paper or 60-pound paper, but GSM is definitely the better way to go. So this is 120 GSM, a very nice quality paper. So you do have a pocket in the front. It's quite a thin pocket. It feels like a coated, it's not a cardstock weight. It's thinner than that, but it does feel coated. I wouldn't put like tons in there, but it would be a nice place to put like the sticker kit you're working with that week. You have your title page. Look how cute these colors. That's one thing that has always drawn me into this planner, and I follow her and I'm always like, oh, I love those tabs. So I love the colors that she chose. The beginning pages are just like a hello, how to use this planner, and then kind of a walkthrough of the different layouts. And then she does go over intentions versus goals, which was a really good read, and I loved this. Probably a place to take notes on your goals for the year, and then people. And then over here it says take time to list your home team, the people who are important to you in your life. Over here you have reminders for winter, spring, summer, and fall. And then I love how she has these. This is interesting how she has this laid out. So why is it January, February, March over here, April, May, June? I would think that this would, oh, I get what she's doing. I don't know. I was confused by that for a second. It's January, February, March. I was like, why is, because I'm looking at it this way, and I couldn't figure out why we're doing it from the right to the left rather than left to right. But it's because she's going top to bottom, like I should have thought. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Sorry, it's because the words are on the side, and that confused me for a sec. You have a year list. So this is basically like, I think, a bucket list for the year, so that things that you want to experience in that year and your hopes for the year ahead. I love journals or planners that start off with journaling and kind of thoughts for the year and thinking ahead. Then you have a 2023 calendar. I love how simple her layouts are. They're very easy to read, and the layout, she has some holidays, and then you have a few notes pages. All of her notes pages have like a title box, which I really, really like as well. I think that's neat. So here's where the month starts. At the beginning of every month, you have a notes page on the left side, which I really like that she makes this page usable. A lot of planners have like artwork here or a quote or something, but on hers, the months always start with a notes page. So I think that's really neat. You could do your monthly goals on here. Obviously, it's a blank page, so you can do whatever you want. Here is where the magic is in the Sprouted Planner. I think that this is one of the best calendar layouts I've ever seen. I love that she has lined days in her calendar. I really wish all planners would do this. I love a lined calendar, and hardly anyone does. There's only like 2 or 3 planners that I can think of that have this in here. And then she has a grid over here where you can do so many things. She has little check marks where you can put people, reminders, year list. I'm not sure totally how to use that. She does have holidays listed in here, a quote, the month before and the month after, a gray out box that you can do whatever, and then another, I don't know if you could put like your monthly goals down here or things that need to be done once during the month. So I really, really, really love her monthly layout. One thing to note is her months are Sunday through Saturday. I know some people love a Monday start. I love a Sunday start just because that's what most calendars have, and that's just how I like to view it. I love a Sunday start. For some reason, like, it just seems like a reset for the week, and I like starting with a fresh plate. And then this is such a unique week as well. I feel like when I look at planners, a lot of them have a very similar layout with like a little tweak here and there, but hers is just like I've never seen it before. So good. We have an empty box up here. This is a very open book. You can do so many things with this. You have your calendar over here, your Monday through Sunday. It is a horizontal view, which normally I'm not a huge fan of. I like a vertical, but just the way this is laid out just makes sense to me. So you can do your to-do lists over here, your appointments that you have, or vice versa, weekly to-do lists, which I often work in this way, and I'm moving my to-do list for each day. And it's nice to have one that is just sometime during the week you need to get these things done. A grid paper and a little grid section, and then a blank section and another blank shaded box on here. The only change that I would make is getting rid of the shading, because I'm not a huge fan of shading. Really not bad at all. I love that the holidays here are just really non-obtrusive. I am anti-holiday in planners. I don't want holidays listed in planners, mainly because I like to add holidays in with like fun stickers and things, and I don't want to have to cover anything else up, and I know I'm going to be putting those down. So I would rather planners didn't have it in, but I also get that not everyone's a sticker user, and some people I mean, probably more people would rather have them in. It's just me. So each week looks just like that. It's very simple, and I really think it's beautiful. I love that the lines aren't super dark. And I don't like planners that have like really black lines in them, but this one's beautiful, a beautiful shading. You have a dot grid page at the end of the month along with January reflections or whatever monthly reflections are in here. So this says, review your calendar from the month. What stands out is memorable. I love that. One of my goals for this year is to reflect on the little things and create memories that matter and just really enjoy those simple moments. What are you proud of? What did you struggle with? How did you spend your money? What are your money priorities? What are you listening to? What are you watching? What are you reading? So it's also like fun journaling as well, not just reflecting on like the heavy stuff and change. But that, I love that. So that is what each month looks like, and it carries on. There is no color in this planner except for the beautiful Mylar tabs, which are really sturdy, very nicely laminated. So that's what each month looks like. At the end of the book, you do get a ton. This is really cool. You get a ton of notes pages. So there are actually 62 notes pages in here, which is more than I think I've ever seen in a planner. So you not only get all these great, beautiful pages, but you get so many notes pages in here to do so much with. Like, look how much. It's like a, I don't know if you can even tell, but it's like a really, I'm not even done, really substantial amount. Before you get to those notes pages, however, you do have a year end of reflection on here too. So you can review the calendar and kind of go over the memorable moments. It's very similar to the monthly ones, but just thinking of the year as a whole. What'd you learn this year? How satisfied are you with your year? Favorite moments or favorites of the year. I love this too. It's like your movies, your books, your songs, podcasts, place, memory. That would be such a fun thing to look back on. You can do future planning over here, and then you get to all the notes pages. So that is the weekly. I really, really like this weekly. And by the way, there's not a pocket in the back, but you do have a bookmark, which I don't know if you can tell, but it's like glued in between this, which is like a cardstock piece, kind of coated, and it feels really sturdy in there. I mean, like I wouldn't yank on it, but it feels nice. This is the daily planner. I think this is so cute. This is the rainbow stripes. $45 is the full price. It is on sale for $35 right now. This is a pretty chunky planner. Let me get the Simplified. I'm going to show you the comparison. So here's the Simplified planner. They're a similar size. The Sprouted planner seems a little bit wider, but very similar coils, similar corner protectors, pages. I mean, it is a very similar book. Similar like pocket in the front. They feel very similar. This one's a little bit like it has more space, where this one's really tight. You can hardly fit anything in this one. Basically just a sticker. So this has the same paper, the 120 GSM 80-pound paper. There is a ribbon bookmark in the back of this one as well. And the inside you have the same sort of like thinner pocket here, baby blue. The beginning pages are exactly the same. So you have the same holidays, calendars, journaling pages, reflections before you get started. So this is where the month starts. The months are the same. I really love these months. I will say that the lines here are quite small. So you're gonna have to write small. I'd probably use a thinner 0.5 or lower ink on this because there just isn't a lot of, it's not very big. It's smaller than like a college rule. I actually like that. You can fit a lot in here. One of my problems with the daily with Simplified is these boxes are so small. Like so small. You can hardly fit anything in. This one's a little bit bigger. They're a little bit more wide. And I feel like they use the space a lot better on this. I just am really, really impressed. They are Sunday start, Sunday to Saturday weeks. And then you have 10 check boxes down here. You have blank spaces to do whatever you want. And I just think it is beautiful. I think that she said these boxes here are meant for reflection and goal setting for the month. But like I said, I would probably use this for birthdays. And I probably would put like stickers or decoration down here. But okay, here is the daily view. I love this. I think it is such a, again, unique daily view. The hourly schedule here goes from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. So that's a really good amount of hours in the day. I think that would cover almost everyone. You do have half-hour spaces. Up here, you have 3 separate checkboxes for daily top 3, or you could use it for meal planning or a gratitude list or whatever. There's 15 checkboxes or to-dos over here, and then a 7 by 22 grid box for lists or tracking or whatever you'd use that for. I love that she kind of leaves it open-ended. Down here, you have a blank space that you could use for notes or doodles or any customization that you want to make to your page. There is 1 page per day for Monday through Friday, and they do have shared weekend days. I know some people hate that. I actually prefer a shared weekend. So this is what her weekends look like. You have a grid in the center, and then each of the days has the time slot down that, which I think is cool. And then a to-do list for each day. I love that this just leaves it so open for whatever you want to do. You could put like a quote down here, or you could put, I don't know, like a shopping list. I do my grocery shopping on Saturdays usually, so it would be nice to have a grocery list going down the center. I think it's great. I actually love the way that she's done this. And I really, really love that all of the boxes are unlabeled. So it doesn't say like to-do list, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You know, it makes it so you can customize it to whatever your needs are. A lot of planners, I feel like, label the boxes, trying to guide you through, which is nice. That's nice too, and for some people. But for me, when every day is a little bit different and I might use this grid for a different thing every single day, I like that nothing is labeled and that I can do whatever I want with this. At the end of every month, you do have the same monthly reflection pages, which I think is really neat, and the notes pages. There are a lot of notes pages in this. If you think about the grid pages at the end, all of these notes pages in between each month. At the end of the daily, there aren't many notes pages because there are so many pages in this. It would be so thick. So they couldn't do the same thing that they did in the weekly. But I really, really love, I just love this. I think this planner is amazing. They have the same year-end reflection pages at the very end of this book than the next year future plans. Wire rope binding is never my favorite planner binding, but when you get something like this thick, when you have a thick book like this, the wire rope binding really is the best coil for it. If you were to have the spiral bound, it would be like that thick. So I do think that this was a good choice for this size of planner. And I think this is a beautiful one. Another thing that I picked up is a notepad. And I don't use notepads very much. I sometimes feel like they're too structured, like they tell me too much. And this is just a to-do list. I think it's so awesome. So this is the notes 2. There's notes 1, notes 2, notepad daily, notepad weekly, and then she has like a sticky notepad for daily and weekly as well. So this one is the notes 2. It's basically just 4 different checklists. The notepad notes 1 is like a giant checklist with a grid on this side, and then you have your daily and your weekly notepads. This notepad is $11. It has like a I picked up stuff on here. This is like a linen texture on like a fabric feel. This notepad is approximately 5 by 8 and about a ½ inch thick. So it's a really substantial, beautiful paper. It has 80 sheets of paper, which I think will last forever. And it's perforated along the top so you can tear it off really easy. It comes off really nice. This is the same 120 GSM paper. Really, really beautiful as in the planner. So we'll do a little pen test on this. So really, really beautiful. I think I would use this for days when I don't really need a daily, but I do need a little bit more extra space for just a to-do list. There are 12 checklists in each of these. So really good for just like an additional what you need to get done that day. All right, let's try some pens. All right, on the back, you can see there was no bleed through except for this clean color dot, which I had layered 3 times. I don't know why you would ever do that. Everything else is great. There's absolutely no bleed through. I do feel some ridging, which I am very heavy-handed. Like my hand hurts after I write very much. I need to learn to not be so heavy-handed. So I do feel it on the Zebra Blend and the ones that have more of a needle tip kind of pen like this. I always get really bad ridging. So I would say that this is pretty bleed proof. The paper is smooth. It's not like slick by any means. It feels very similar to like the MakseLife paper. Really pretty, and it's a bright white. So this notepad is $11. I think it is totally worth it. I would definitely be getting this again. The very last thing I picked up is a mini notebook. These are originally $6, on sale for $4 right now. And it's a perfect thing. I always keep a book like this in my purse. I love the size of this. This is great for like keeping notes or lists or gifts, or just like, I always feel like I just need to jot something down, or when I'm at church and I hear something that I just love and I want to remember, I'll put like little quotes in here. I love this cover option. I think she has 6 different covers. This is 5 by 7. It weighs like 2.2 ounces, so it's really lightweight. It's the same 120 GSM beautiful paper, rounded corners. It's the center stapled book, kind of like you see other companies do. I think it is so nice. It has a sturdy coated paper cover with a matte laminate, so it's really nice. It's not shiny. And then there are 48 pages, so 24 pages back and front. Beautiful. I really like this. I hope this review was helpful. I am very excited about these planners. I think they are so beautiful. I wish there was a way for me to use everything, because I was like, oh, that daily would be perfect for this, that weekly would be perfect for this. And there's no way I could, but I can definitely see myself adding the weekly, and I think this would be great for meal planning or for health tracking or anything like that. I think it would be good for social media. So many useful things, and I really love that the weekly is so portable and light. This would be a really good one if maybe you love those planners that are very similar to this one, to this daily, but you just want something tweaked a little bit, or just want to have a change. I think you would love this one. It is a beautiful planner. I would say it's a really big contender for the Simplified Planner, and I am a huge Simplified Planner fan. Like, I love their planners. These are super cute. I did see where she was doing a poll for her new covers, and I think they look gorgeous. I cannot wait to see which one she decides on for this next year. But I am a big fan, and the owner just seems so cute. I love following her on Instagram. So if this is a planner that you're at all interested in for the next year, I would definitely recommend following her account. She's really cute, gives really good tips. She just seems really sweet, and I think that this is definitely a good planner company to follow. I'm really excited about this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you very soon. See ya, bye.